Hey guys, it's Katie. And obviously I'm filming another video. Way to go, Katie. State the fucking obvious. I swear I'm an idiot. Anyways, today I am doing a story time video. And I asked people on Twitter to give me ideas, you know, for a story video, and they were just like, how did you get into drawing? Because on Twitter I post all my drawings. So, story time. Yay. Okay, so how I got into drawing was basically that I was in an art class when I was in 8th grade, and I was going through a really rough time. You know, I was in foster care. I had just been told that my foster parents at the time didn't want me anymore, that I was pretty much a nobody and I was never going to find a family. So I started writing poems, and that wasn't working, so I had a therapist tell me to talk to my art teacher about it, because I got along with her really well. Her name was Mrs. Berg. She was at the Mitchell Middle School here in Mitchell, South Dakota, and so, you know, I talked to her, and she said, why don't you draw out your feelings? And I did, and I've discovered that I was really good at drawing. And then, so that's pretty much what I did in my free time. Every time I was upset, I drew random things. Trees with no leaves on them if I felt dead inside. You know, I just drew out my feelings, whatever I was feeling, and I interpreted it into pictures. And then we had a project where we had to draw a picture that we got off the internet. I chose a picture of wolves, and we had to make it our own. Anyway, I chose a picture of two wolves with their noses touching, and I put a dream catcher in the background and charcoal woods in the background and like mountains and stuff. Made it look like a nature scene. And it took me about 3 months to do it, and I worked really hard on it. And once it was done, I felt so accomplished and so proud of myself for not having given up on it, that I was like, okay, maybe I could possibly do this. And I don't know, that's pretty much how I started drawing. And, well, there's a little more to the story actually, now that I think about it. After that, I gave it to someone, and they said that it was a terrible drawing, that I shouldn't be proud of it, and that it was terrible. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna give up. So I stopped drawing. I dropped out of my art class. I said I didn't want to do anything anymore. I didn't go to school. I was so down on myself. And then my art teacher came to see me, and she, for my birthday that year, for my 14th birthday, she gave me a sketchbook, some charcoal pencils, and an eraser, you know, like a whole drawing set, and said, you are talented, do not lose that. And she said, whenever you feel down, whenever you feel like there's no one there, whenever you're upset, you know, just draw. And ever since then, I've been drawing. I've designed tattoos. I have drawn random things. I've used graph paper. I've used notebook paper. I've used construction paper, and I've used sketchbook paper. You know, whenever I can find a piece of paper and I have an idea popping in my head, or I get bored, my first thing I do is I go and I draw. So, that's my story time on how I draw. Or why, not how, why. Yeah. But that's pretty much it. So, if you want to hear me tell another story, give me some ideas on my Instagram, which I'll leave in the link in the description below. And you can just comment on any of my photos and be like, hey, you should do a story on this. Or sometimes I'll ask for new YouTube video ideas, and you guys can just, I don't know why I just closed one eye. That was weird, and like, I can wink. I'm sorry. That was really weird. Oh. Anyway, but yeah, I'll leave the links to those below, and you can go follow me on my Instagram or my Twitter, or you can add me on Snapchat. I'll leave all the links to that in the description. So, yeah. Peace. That's all I say. So I gotta come up with some clever little thing at the end to say, like, you know how Alex is your eat, let her stay in school, don't do drugs kind of thing, and then Johnny Gilbert's is let's stay happy, not crappy, listen bitch, don't quit, peace out, thug pugs, or whatever. You know, I gotta come up with some clever little ending thing. But for now, I'm just peace.